Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Von Duprin number 090008. This is a Wedgetite screw package of 2 is what this is. This is basically a set screw that is used in the process of holding together a crossbar on an 88 or a 55 series device, and you would also use the Wedgetite or the wedge. You would also use for in that process. And this video will show you not only these screws but also how they're used and how they're installed. So first, when you buy one, you're going to receive a package of 2, as you can see there, two individual bolts. You're going to get, and let's take a look. There's the screw, the bolt, Wedgetite screw. Dimensional properties: the overall length, 0.623 overall length. Its diameter, 0.311, so 5/16. The Allen wrench that you would use to drive that, its distance across the flats, 0.159, 0.159, 5/32. Yeah, maybe. Let's take a look. 1 divided by 32 times 5. Yeah, so I would say a 5/32 of an inch Allen key is what you would use to drive that. Okay. Now, there is below this video a supporting document for our review when it comes to the installation instructions. There are many installation instructions that exist for 88 and 55 series devices. They give a passage as to go about installing it, and every time that I read the passage before actually doing it, it didn't really make sense. And if you don't have the hardware in front of you, in my estimation, it may not make any sense to you either, because it sure boggled my mind. Let's switch to the screen view where we can take a look at the installation instructions for this procedure. Okay, so this is the item that we're looking at, and the installation instructions are down below, and they talk about crossbar tube installation. This will be for the 55 or the 88, with the difference being they're both crossbar devices, but the 55 is intended for a narrow style installation. The cross tube installation, this installation does differ from the way it's called out in the installation instructions, in the sense that I believe in the installation instructions they have you dog both of the cases down and then attach the bar to one of them, and then get that attached to the door and then bring the other head case. This is a little bit different. With hinge and lock style cases installed on door, install lever arms into cases. So what they're doing here is, and I think this is a better method, they want you to remove the arms from the cases. And you can, that comes apart with a, well, I'll show you the parts manual. Then what you do is you will measure the X dimension, and you'll cut the end without the hole. Measure 13/16 from cut end and mark hole position in alignment with existing hole on opposite end. So you're going to have to create an 11/32 hole along the same radial axis as the existing hole. Okay. Remove the hinge style case, slide crossbar tube over both lever arms, and reinstall hinge style case. Dog both lever arms securely, means they want you to draw them down. Fully tighten Wedgetite screws using dog key with screwdriver for equivalent leverage. And that's because they want you to make this very tight. So what happens here is, this is the business end of the installation. You've got your crossbar cut. This ring will slide into the tube. All of that slides over the end of the case arm. The wedge goes inside of here. It's all then connected. Then you bring your Wedgetite screw, as shown here, and will obviously drive the wedge further out, forcing this ring, because it's slit, it's cut, split open. It will obviously force that to wedge further open, securing the crossbar. That's how these are held together. And that's what the two-piece system really is, the wedge, which is the 090020 crossbar wedge itself, also a package of two. And that's how the installation goes on these. They show how to dog the item on the bottom of the page. Okay. So that's the installation instructions. Let's switch back to the manufacturer, to the item we're looking at. This is the link to the manufacturer's page. Let's go ahead and click on that. And when we pull that document up, that page up, a few things I'd like to point out to you. On this page, you can review all of the Von Duprin products that we sell. A link to the manufacturer's website is seen here, to the current full product catalog. There are also links to parts manuals that are here, like here's one. So what we'll do is we'll get that document open, then we'll do a find function for 090008, and we will indeed find our Wedgetite screw package. Part 1, as you can see. Okay. Our wedges are part 2. All of the other pieces, and this appears to be a 55. Yeah, this is a 55 device. It comes up in the document 4 times. That's an 88 device. Same part on either unit. I gotta tell you, I'm able to use the 55 device to great application when you have a door that's very custom manufactured with raised molding, but the style dimension they have is very small. A 55 device is very likely quite capable of solving the problem. Now, the rest of the documents here are quite encyclopedic in nature. If it's anything related to Von Duprin, such as electric hardware overview, templates, template indexes here, warranty information, etc., it's all located on this page. So let's finish up this video on camera. Now, the name Von Duprin is quite synonymous with very high quality caliber exit devices. They have their 22 series, which would be considered heavy grade by some manufacturers, but it's their entry level. And then they have their 33, 35, their 55, their 88, their 98, 99, and then a variety of derivatives of all of that. Windstorm applications, surface vertical rod, concealed vertical rod, rim devices, accessory hardware like mullions. They have applications of their hardware in a kit-bashed sense, if you're familiar with the term kit-bashed, where they took some pieces from this device and some pieces from this device, and they built it to be compatible with the needs of a gate on a pool enclosure, meaning you can have emergency egress compliant hardware, but then run the lever trim up high enough to be too tall for a little kid to reach up and grab and open the gate enclosure. And that has been a developing or evolving product group that we have seen a little bit of movement in terms of selling the material. Okay, I'm partial to Von Duprin. They're under the umbrella of Allegion. Their sister products would be Schlage, LCN, Falcon, Doramatic, Ives, Glenn Johnson, Zero, many other companies not directly related to electrical and mechanical hardware like Von Duprin. A complete solution backed by some of the most capable expert level technical support people that work within the industry. If you have any questions on the Von Duprin 090008 package of 2 Wedgetite screws for the 55 or 88 series devices, or any other Von Duprin product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.